Now on WRDE Coast TV.
The September heat wave continues today, plus it's a code orange for poor air quality. We want to talk about that. We'll talk about that coming up, and the near record heat and when relief is on the way coming up in a few minutes.
Swimming emergency, 2 separate rescue situations in Rehoboth Beach, 1 ending in tragedy.
The First Lady has COVID. Jill Biden remains at the North Shore's home after testing positive for the virus.
A demand for dredging, the struggle in Ocean View as people there await action from DNREC.
From the beaches to the bay, coverage you can count on. WRDE Coast TV News Today. Your morning news starts right now.
Welcome to our 6 o'clock hour. It is September 5th, 2023. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Paige Marley.
And Paige, we established last hour, you had ice cream on the first day of school. I can also see your mom being big into the pictures for day one. Shout out to Carolyn there.
Shout out to Carolyn. You know her too well. Yeah, big picture gal. Although she never gets in them. I'm trying to get her to be in the pictures more.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good effort.
Are you watching, Mom? I want you in more photos. But that's a story for another day because, yes, a lot of photos being taken right now, probably tomorrow morning as school starts back up. I'm a little jealous. We'll bring in first alert meteorologist Bob Trahy. Bob, you said you get a little nervous, or you used to, before the first day of school.
Yeah, I used to get some butterflies. I think that's normal as you're heading back to school. And I'm sure a lot of excitement around homes this morning in Delmarva as we're gearing up for going back to school. You want to be careful out there if you suffer from respiratory problems. We have an air quality alert today, a code orange, kind of stagnant out there as far as the air, and we've got some pollution. So if you suffer from the respiratory problems, just stay inside if you can. Out the door this morning, heading to work or school, 74 Georgetown, Lewis 75, Rehoboth, and Bethany Beach, both at 77. So if you can get away with it, short sleeve shirts and maybe even shorts as well. Don't know if that passes at school, but we're looking at light winds right now. We've got mainly clear skies. We've got some clouds that are building in from the east through New Jersey and the Atlantic Ocean. And we've got, remember Idalia? That is out in the ocean spinning around as a post-tropical system, but that's sending a lot of clouds our way. And we'll be seeing an increase in clouds from the east today, but it's still going to be hot. Temperatures 80s during the morning hours, and then by noon looking at upper 80s around Georgetown and Millsboro, 70s and 80s along the coast, and getting hot by this afternoon. 92 Ellendale, around 93 perhaps in Millsboro. A little cooler along the coast as we'll see a sea breeze starting to build in as we go through the evening hours. So 70s along the coast around the dinner hour, and 80s and 90s inland. Your drive cast, green light to and from work. Partly cloudy skies early on, and then mostly cloudy in the afternoon, but still pretty hot with 80s and 90s later on.
All right, thanks a lot, Bob. It was a devastating end to a holiday weekend in Rehoboth Beach. Police there say early Monday morning they found the body of 31-year-old Richard Boating, the swimmer that went missing early Sunday night. He was found, the police say, his body washed up in the North Shores community early yesterday morning. He was found near 12 hours after 2 men were reported missing in the Rehoboth Beach waters.
This is the scene from Sunday night where Rehoboth Beach lifeguards revived one of those missing swimmers after finding him underwater. He did survive as crews continued combing the beach and the waves.
Yeah, that was for boating, and the search for him went into the early hours of Monday morning before his body was found. One woman we spoke with was taking her dogs out when she saw police recovering his body.
I was just devastated and heartbroken that there was a tragedy on Labor Day weekend in Rehoboth Beach.
If you plan on going swimming in the ocean, of course, always just check with the nearest lifeguard and never swim beyond your limits.
Well, new this morning, you got pictures to show you of a crash involving 2 cars from last night. This was at Beaver Dam Road and Hollymount Road in Harbison.
Yeah, this is according to the Indian River Volunteer Fire Company, who posted these photos to their Facebook page.
Yeah, crash happened, Paige, just before 9 p.m.
That's right. The Delaware State Police, they are still investigating exactly what happened. A portion of the Georgetown Lewis Trail is expected to close for weed control just temporarily. DelDOT says they will be spraying herbicide to help control vegetation there. According to the agency, the Lewis-Georgetown Trail from Fisher Road to Savannah Road will be closed. That starts later today at 6 p.m. until 5 a.m. tomorrow morning.
We're updating you on a story that we've been following for months now. Earlier this year, DNREC, they put a hold to a dredging project on White Creek after what they say was a contractor delay. And today, boaters are still struggling with the impact of it. People who boat from the Ocean View Marina say at low tide, channel can be very hard to navigate, and it is easy to get stuck. Ocean View Marina owner Tom Fowler says it has hurt his business with less boaters venturing this way because of the limited options to navigate in the area.
I think they just need to finish it, and I hope they do it soon. I know there's rumor they're going on to Indian River, and that's great for those folks, but I think we should be finished before they start another project.
In a statement, Denrex said it plans to complete the White Creek dredging work as soon as possible. Timeline has not been established, with the project just going to public bid last week. Well, it appears the latest COVID-19 variant may not be too vicious this fall. According to two teams of U.S. scientists, people who are vaccinated appear to be able to fight off BA2.86.
Yeah, but overall, the virus, it's still swirling around the nation. It is increasing in numbers. John Lawrence shows us what experts recommend to protect yourself and your family this upcoming flu season.
COVID-19 didn't take a vacation this summer, and it's not heading out for fall either.
How bad it's going to get, we don't know. As you know, this is a very unpredictable virus. Has shown us that over the last 3.5 years.
According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, COVID-related hospitalizations in the U.S. have been inching upward over the past few weeks. And on Monday night, the White House released a statement saying First Lady Jill Biden tested positive for the virus. A spokeswoman for Mrs. Biden says she's staying in her Delaware home dealing with, quote, mild symptoms. President Joe Biden tested negative.
People more likely to know somebody who might have COVID or may have had COVID themselves. But admittedly, this is hard to validate because there's just not as much testing.
The CDC recommends that people who catch COVID-19 should isolate for at least 5 days, wear a mask until testing negative twice over a 2-day period, and keep up to date with vaccinations.
There's going to be a CDC advisory meeting on September 12th. That is the point where this booster may be recommended broadly for the population. We'll see what happens.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
The variant technical group at the UK's Health Security Agency says the BA2.86 COVID variant hasn't met their definition as, quote, a variant of concern, because as of now, they haven't found evidence that it can pose a significant and potentially harmful change to its growth rate.
We still have plenty more news to get to this morning on CoastTV News Today.
Now coming up, Paige, Mourning the Loss of Summer, the annual event that celebrates the end of summer in a less than normal way.
Also, a slow start to summer business along our coast, but the big boom the holiday weekend brought to local businesses.
And celebrating a century, the plans in Greenwood to mark a milestone for its fire company. All that and more on CoastTV News Today.
10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Enjoy 10 songs in a row, brought to you by Pohanka of Salisbury.
For a great shopping experience, Furniture Gallery is the place to pick up one-of-a-kind signature finds to complete your home decor. Come explore our selection of handcrafted furniture and get all the supplies you need for your own DIY projects. And through the doors is Shore Marketplace, where you'll find the most unique local shops at the beach. With over 40 local artisans, Shore Marketplace is truly a local connection you cannot afford to miss. And next door you'll find Scrub Apparel outlets. All this under one roof with easy access off Coastal Highway North.
Pain and immobility take you away from everything you love to do. That's why at Pam Health Rehabilitation Hospital of Georgetown, our focus is to rebuild your life by providing high-quality, post-acute care to those who suffered from serious injuries or illness. With state-of-the-art facilities, advanced robotics, highly trained professionals, and the highest level of rehabilitation care. It's all about gains. Gain your movement, gain your independence, gain your life back. Pam Health Rehabilitation Hospital of Georgetown.
Are you tired of contractors not showing up on time? Or not even returning your call? And why are you still waiting for an estimate? Maybe it's because the sales consultant they sent isn't really qualified to make a proper quote, only to find out the contractor isn't even licensed? That's why thousands of homeowners and businesses trust Delmarva's original crawl space experts. At DryTech, we're certified, trained, licensed, and insured. So your crawl space problem gets solved, guaranteed. Call DryTech today for a free assessment.
Performing out of space?
Yes, next July.
Wow, that's amazing. Oh, I can't change these plans.
It is 6:10 on this back to school, back to work Tuesday. Looking at our Boardwalk Plaza cam, you can see the clouds beginning to roll off the ocean. They're going to be moving inland with time. 77 along the beach right now, but inland slightly cooler. 69 in Del Mar, 70 in Redden, 74 in Millsboro, and Georgetown at 74 degrees. We've got a light breeze out there right now, and we've got mostly clear skies. But once again, we're seeing those clouds from the east making their way in farther to the west. So those clouds will continue to build in. This is tropical storm or post-tropical cyclone Idalia, and that continues to just push clouds our way. You can see it spinning out here. If you're headed to the boardwalk in Bethany Beach, look for increasing clouds, but it stays dry and very mild. Temperatures warming through the 70s this morning, into the 80s by 9, and getting really warm this afternoon.
Could be a move to help protect your children in Delaware. It's a new bill introduced that would ensure that online platforms verify the age of visitors before sharing explicit content that could harm children. The bill defines explicit content as any description or representation of nudity or sexual conduct that appeals to the interests of children. If passed, it would require that website visitors be verified as 18 or older before knowingly sharing materials on websites, and companies that violate these rules, well, they'd face a $250 fine for each violation. Big celebration on tap this weekend in Greenwood, a century's worth of celebration. The Greenwood Volunteer Fire Company is 100 years old. According to the company, on Saturday, there will be a parade to honor its 100th anniversary. You can see on the flyer here on your screen that the parade will start at 10:30 a.m. at Governor's Avenue and Church Street. After that, they say there will be a ceremony, food, and fellowship.
In today's consumer news, luxury car maker Mercedes-Benz claims its new line of electric vehicles will travel longer distances than some of its competitors, like Tesla. Mercedes saying its new cars can travel more than 466 miles on a single charge. That's compared to less than 380 miles for any Tesla. The 4 Mercedes models will include a sedan, a station wagon, and 2 SUVs. The company right now saying it's unclear when production on those vehicles will begin. Hey, check your freezers, check your fridges. Conagra Brands recalling more than 245,000 pounds of frozen chicken strips because they could contain pieces of plastic. You see the Banquet chicken strip meal on your screen. They have best if used by dates of December 11th of 2024, January 1st, 2025, and January 7th, 2025. The Department of Agriculture's Food and Safety Inspection Services says there has been at least 1 reported injury. And that wraps up your consumer news for today.
Still ahead. Holiday weekend brought many visitors to our coast. The increase in business seen by local stores and restaurants.
And it's a hazy start to our day, mostly clear in our Tyndall's Casual Furniture cam. We do have a code orange today for poor air quality, so be careful out there. Looking at a mild start, and it's going to be a hot afternoon as our September heat wave continues. I'll let you know if we break any records and talk about a cool down after the break.
Coastal Delmarva has so much going on.
Food, friends, fun, and more.
Why don't we just show you?
Coast Life, weekdays at 4 on Coast TV.
At Tidal Health, we're with you at every step. When you need hip or knee replacement surgery, choose the area's most experienced orthopedic robotic surgeon. Choose Dr. William Duran. His robotic surgery techniques lead to less pain and quicker recovery, meaning you'll be back on your feet doing what you love in no time. At Tidal Health, we know the value of having high-quality, world-class care right in your backyard, so we invest in it. Visit TidalHealth.org/experience to learn more.
Get hooked on the freshness with Harbor House Seafood. Since 1984, Harbor House in Seaford has been your one-stop shop for the freshest local seafood. Plus, we have amazing prime black Angus beef as well. From land to sea, surf and turf has never been this fresh. Come see our seasonal selection in person or online at harborhouseseafood.com. Harbor House Seafood, your surf and turf market in Seaford, Delaware.
Have fun and enjoy Delmarva's Coast with Petey the Peacock, Coast TV's feathered friend and sharing joy coast-wide. Know where he's going to be next and get his free coloring book at peteythepeacock.com. Brought to you by Tidal Health.
The weather is brought to you by Spicer Brothers Construction. Born here to serve here.
When it comes to your home, you need a local contractor you can trust and quality you can count on. Spicer Brothers is properly licensed in Maryland, Delaware, and Virginia, and we're here to help.
Our team is committed to customer satisfaction, and we stand behind our work with our Platinum Plus lifetime warranty.
Right now, finance your entire project with no interest and no payments until 2025. So, for all your exterior and bathroom remodeling needs, call the company you can trust. Spicer Brothers, we've got you covered.
It is 6:15 on your Tuesday morning, and that is a live look at Laurel on the Tyndall's Casual Furniture Cam. Kind of looking how we expected now that the sun is up. A little hazy there. Definitely can see that haze as the sun's coming up.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a big factor as the day goes along. Bob was talking about it just a few minutes ago with that air quality alert. So, Bob, we're clearly not having the most clearest of days today.
No, we just saw that on the camera there. It's hazy. That sky has a kind of whitish tint to it. So if you do suffer from those respiratory problems, make sure you can stay inside in the filtered air today. And make sure you scan the QR code to get you to the Coast TV weather app. Our weather headlights, I keep saying highlights. I keep saying headlights instead of highlights. Our weather highlights. Rough surf continues today. We're looking at dangerous rip currents remaining. We've had them the last several days with systems offshore, and we will continue to see those. So really be careful out there as the Atlantic is still really churned up. Near record heat, we're looking at low to mid 90s the next several days, and an air quality warning. As we just talked about, it's an orange day status, and that means it's best to stay inside if you do suffer from those respiratory problems, as we have stagnant air around. And this air quality alert is for all of Sussex County, and then also Newcastle and Kent County farther to the north. We could be seeing new record highs the next couple of days. 91 is what I'm forecasting today. The record is 93 from back in 2018. I don't think we're going to hit it today, but we've got the same record tomorrow, and I'm thinking 93, so that would tie the record. Then I'm expecting 94 on Thursday. That would tie 94 from 1983. So some records being threatened Wednesday and Thursday, and then it does start to cool down Friday and Saturday. We've got temperatures in the 70s out the door this morning, so a very mild start. It is muggy and just light winds. We're not going to have strong winds to really scour out the pollution today, as we're looking at mostly clear skies. We have clouds moving in from the east, and as I've been mentioning all morning, this is where our weather is coming from today. These clouds will overspread the area. Here is post-tropical cyclone Idalia, and it's really spinning its wheels out here way out in the Atlantic, but it's sending a big shield of clouds our way, and that's what we're expecting today. You can see the clouds on Futurecast as we warm through the 70s, and despite the clouds, upper 80s by 11:30 this morning, and then we're into the 90s this afternoon by about 4 o'clock. A little cooler along the beaches as the sea breeze will get a little stronger, as we're looking at temperatures into the 70s by tomorrow morning and even hotter into Wednesday afternoon. Mid-90s, because we'll see more in the way of sunshine, and that's where we could set the new record. We're looking at onshore winds as we go into the evening hours. We'll see a sea breeze becoming variable overnight, and then more offshore as we go into Wednesday morning, and then we'll see another push of a sea breeze as we go into Wednesday evening. Our muggy meter, it's muggy to humid the next several days, so really no break there. And that feels like temperature today could feel like 100 in Millsboro and Georgetown. So find a pool, a beach, and make sure you have a lot of water with you as well. Feeling like triple digits with the humidity tomorrow, and then again on Thursday as well. So take care. And the September heat wave. Your Paul Davis 7-day forecast. 91 today with the clouds. More sun on Wednesday, 93. Thursday, 94. A mix of sun and clouds. And then we cool it off Friday. 89. Could see a few showers, but a better chance of showers and storms by the weekend. Not the best timing, but we certainly need the rain. 85 Saturday, down to 80 Sunday. And a few more storms Monday and a high of 81.
And a reminder, you can hear Coast TV news and weather updates throughout the day on our family of radio stations. Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3 on 93.5 The Beach and on Big 107.7.
Businesses along the coast got a little boost during the Labor Day holiday weekend. It was an opportunity to have a big push on what is traditionally one of the busiest weekends of the summer season. One business we spoke with said it was the best yet.
I think Saturday we were 70% up from last year. Yesterday we had our best day ever by a substantial amount since we've been open here. We had lines out the door all weekend long, so it was really awesome. We had a great weekend here at the coffee house.
And this comes after this summer seemed to bring less business to the beach, according to data from the Rehoboth Beach Chamber of Commerce. And we do now switch over to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what did you do Labor Day weekend? Paige.
Yeah, not much.
Really?
Yes, so let's take a look at those results so far. All right, yeah, 63% of people are with me. Nothing.
I am calling that 63% out. You were not a couch potato for 3 days.
You'd be shocked how much of a couch potato I can
Paige.
be. Okay, you're right, not for all 3 days, but no, I didn't do anything else on here. I didn't go to the beach. You did, right?
Did that, check.
Okay. You barbecued?
Check.
Did you travel?
No.
Oh, wait, I went to Maryland. I traveled a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, that counts. Okay.
You're going to change your vote there.
I'm not as lame as I thought I was. If you haven't voted yet, you still can. Head to WRDE.com or, of course, our mobile app. All right, after the break, summer, it's almost over. People in Bethany Beach, they're not too thrilled how many people came together to bid farewell to the season. Stay tuned.
We're Coast Country, and we're Delmarva proud.
Get in gear with Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3.
It's Free Truck Fridays, your ticket to a new 2023 Ford Ranger thanks to Pohanka Ford of Salisbury. Stay tuned to Big D and Bubba all week as they reveal the Free Truck Friday song.
Then listen to April and me to play the song. Be caller 10 and you might be parking a new 2023 Ford Ranger in your driveway.
Drive over to coastcountry.com for all the details.
Coast Country's Free Truck Fridays with Pohanka Ford of Salisbury,
where your drive to work
could upgrade your ride home.
Mackey's Bayside Bar and Grill, where life is good. Our open-air bar and restaurant with bayside dining and the best sunset view on the Eastern Shore is the place to be this summer. Mackey's is open every day during the season and features fresh seafood, chef-inspired specials, and an awesome happy hour. Visit Mackeys.com to check out our music schedule and upcoming events. Come hang out where life is good. Mackey's Bayside Bar and Grill, open all season long.
You hear of more and more families choosing cremation, but you probably still have questions. The Holloway family has been helping local families understand and navigate the options for 140 years. We recognized the importance of having Delmarva's first on-site crematory. Whether you choose a celebration of life with cremation, a witnessed cremation, or cremation without a ceremony, everyone is treated with dignity and respect. That's the difference family makes. Holloway Funeral Home in Salisbury and Pocomoke.
Whether you live at the beach, travel to the beach, or want to know what's going on at the beach, get the WRDE News app. The latest and most up-to-date stories for your coastal community. Download the WRDE News app on your Apple or Android devices. Just search WRDE Coast TV. The WRDE Coast TV News app. Coverage you can count on.
Delmarva's hit music station, 102.5 WBOC.
A tradition for the past 38 years, it made its return to Bethany Beach. People from all around gathered to say goodbye to summer in a very quirky way. There's a lot of ways to deal with the emotion of summertime ending. Some might go to the beach, some might barbecue, but these people here, they hosted a funeral procession. That's right, they laid summer to rest yesterday. The eulogy of the summertime at the Bethany Beach Jazz Funeral. All the proceeds from the fantastical event went on to the Delmarva chapter of the American Red Cross.
Milford City Council adopted a final draft of the 2023-2028 strategic plan. This was at a recent meeting. City officials say the public can view the final plan online, and they say the strategic plan has information on what's currently happening in Milford and what to expect for the growing city in the future. Now, there are plans on public safety and preparedness, along with plans on infrastructure, mobility, and economic growth.
We have a heads up for you. There will be road work on a portion of Zion Church Road between Tidal Road and Ashley Manor Boulevard in Selbyville. DelDOT saying drivers will experience daytime lane restrictions. That starts later today from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And crews will be working on the road from Mondays through Thursdays. DelDOT says these restrictions are expected to run through the end of October to allow crews to install sidewalks, curbs, and appropriate drainage.
Paige, we saw it just a few minutes ago, that haze in that
Yeah.
floor area when we took that weather cam shot. We're going to bring back First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey. So, Bob, with more of a cloudy, hazy day today, you might need to dial back a little bit the SPF, right?
A little bit, but we still see the UV rays come through that haze, through that pollution, and through the clouds. And we'll be looking at those clouds as well as we go through the day. It is time for your UV index, brought to us by Face of Grace. They practice in sun safety. And today our level is high. It's a 6. We will have those clouds, so it is a little lower. But then tomorrow we're into the very high range, an 8. That's when you really have to be careful with the UV rays. And then it's back to 7s Thursday and Friday, and then 6 on Saturday. So anytime we're in this range, you want that higher SPF of at least 30, even though we have the clouds. Make sure you find the midday shade. Maybe take the lunch inside. Limit the time outdoors and avoid the sun late morning into early afternoon. And that sun is back as we go into tomorrow. And so is that near record heat. I'll have more on that in your full forecast coming up.
All right, Bob, thank you. Also ahead on Coast TV News today, the body of the swimmer who went missing in Rehoboth Beach Sunday has been found, where that search concluded early yesterday morning.
Also, we got the scene of a car crash that happened in Harbison yesterday. What the Indian River Fire Company says they were expecting before they arrived on the scene.
And an incomplete project giving some voters headaches, why they are urging DNREC to finish what they started. Coast TV News today. We'll be right back.
You have the power to leave the world a little better than you found it. You have the power to live a more carefree life. You have the power to make your home more energy efficient and less costly to operate. Solar from Clean Energy USA can give you that power. With over 14 years of experience and thousands of systems installed, solar power is more attainable than ever with generous incentives, making it less costly than you may think. Contact Clean Energy USA today to get your power.
You never know who you're helping by sharing your story. Showing girls that anything is possible.
Don't let nobody hold you down.
Teachers make all the difference in the world.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, Season 2, September 18th.
I love a good surprise. Oh my God! See, the people, they're here for you. Ladies, let's go.
Wait on that!
New season coming September 18th to Coast TV.
'Cause I'm here alone, just dancing with my eyes closed. I don't know who I'd be if I didn't know you. And even when I can't, you still love me as I am. Candlelight eyes go wild inside.
Delmarva's hit music station, 102.5 WBOC.
Get ready to experience the ultimate sand, sea, and RV lifestyle event at the OCRV Show October 12th to the 15th at the Roland E. Powell Convention Center. Explore a vast collection of new RVs and custom van life builds tailored for those seeking the thrill of life on the road. Enjoy exciting activities like kayaking, supboarding, fishing, and yoga, along with educational speakers, BMX demos, and bay cruises. The OCRV Show is the ultimate event for those who want to learn how to live it up when on the open road. Get tickets at OCRVshow.com and embark on a journey of a lifetime.
From the beaches to the bay, coverage you can count on. WRDE Coast TV News Today. Your morning news starts right now.
It's September 5th, 2023. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Paige Marley.
We are approaching 6:29 as we make our way on this Tuesday morning. And for the first full week of September, Paige, we're not cooling down.
We're not, no, but I think that's all right. You know, we've been talking about this. Is summer here? Is it gone? Bob said it earlier, summer is hanging on with those temperatures.
Well, according to my calendar, it still is summer.
It is still summer, that's right. Even as kids are heading back to school, even as football is starting, it is still summer, and it feels like it. So we're bringing in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey. Bob, summer, it's not going anywhere just yet.
Not yet. Still hanging on officially for a couple more weeks, and temperature-wise will certainly be in full gear, shall we say, the next few days. So it's back to school. Make sure the kids have a lot of water out the door. Air quality alert today as well. The atmosphere is, well, a little polluted. We've got haze out there, and you can tell it has that look out there. So make sure if you do suffer from respiratory problems that you stay in filtered air today. And it will be a hot day, too. 74 in Georgetown, 74 in Millsboro out the door right now. Selbyville 72, Lewis at 74 degrees. And we've got light winds, so we want stronger winds to kind of stir up the atmosphere. I don't think we're looking at that. We are seeing some clouds moving in from the east, and we've got a big area of clouds back across the ocean heading our way. The reason being is we've got old tropical storm Idalia spinning out here in the Atlantic Ocean, and that's sending a lot of clouds our way as we go through the day. But it's still going to be hot despite the clouds. Mid-morning, we're looking at 70s and low 80s, and by noon, upper 80s inland, and then by the afternoon, lower 90s, Millsboro back through Seaford and Georgetown, a little cooler along the beaches. So that's where you're going to find the relief this evening, but still pretty warm inland. Pretty good weather to wash the car, I think, all 3 days, both Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I gave it the green light, and you can add the wax as well.
Thank you so much. The dangers of rip currents played a devastating role along the coast over the weekend. Shock and sadness hitting Rehoboth Beach especially. Police say that this man, 31-year-old Richard Boateng, was found early yesterday morning. This after going missing while swimming in Rehoboth Beach Sunday night.
Lifeguards say Boateng's body washed up here in the North Shores community early yesterday morning. CoastTV News reporter Alicia Weber has been following the story. She has the details on how all this happened.
This is the moment where Rehoboth Beach lifeguards saved a man's life. Unfortunately, this man, Richard Boateng, did not make it. The two men were reported missing after going for a swim yesterday in Rehoboth.
It's upsetting, and even upsetting for the community, the county, the state, and all the visitors that have come here.
Lifeguards rushed in to try and find them. Overnight, Coast Guard crews searched for Boateng. Captain Kent Buxton's North Shores Beach Patrol team helped police recover the body after it washed ashore.
I know yesterday was probably a very traumatic day for the lifeguards and just the people that had to sit there and witness that happen.
Yvonne Vinton was letting her dogs out early this morning when she was alarmed by flashing lights on the beach behind her home. She had no idea the response was a recovery.
I am disheartened to find the EMTs, trucks out here, a figure on the beach, SUVs everywhere with blinking lights, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what happened?
Dangerous rip currents were a concern for lifeguards up and down the coast all week long, and a tragedy like this is exactly the reason why.
We're all feeling, sad for the family and the friends and everybody that had to be there for that.
Lifeguards in the area tell me that we have high rip current warnings for the next few days. If you plan on going swimming in the ocean, check in with your nearest lifeguard and never swim beyond your limits. In North Shores, I'm Lisa Weber, Coast TV News.
If you do plan to head into the ocean, here's some advice now from the Beach Patrol on what to do.
As people come down to the beach, they should know the water conditions. Ask your lifeguard if you weren't able to check online, see what the conditions are. Evaluate your abilities when you go in the water so that you know that you are as safe as possible. And as always, swim as close to a lifeguard as you can.
Now moving down the coast just a little bit, the Dewey Beach Patrol will end their service for the 2023 season on September 10th. According to town officials, many lifeguards are returning to school for the off-season, but when the summer season starts again in 2024, town says it does need more lifeguards. And officials there say the Beach Patrol is now recruiting lifeguards and EMTs for next summer. New this morning, we have some pictures from a crash involving two cars last night. This is at Beaver Dam Road and Hollymount Road in Harbison.
Yeah, that's according to the Indian River Volunteer Fire Company, who posted these photos to the Facebook page.
According to the fire company, crash happened just before 9 p.m. last night.
Delaware State Police are still investigating this crash and trying to figure out exactly what happened. First Lady Jill Biden has tested positive for COVID-19. That's according to the White House. President Biden has tested negative. The White House press secretary said the president will continue testing at regular intervals this week. As for the First Lady, a spokeswoman says she is experiencing only mild symptoms, and she will remain in Delaware at the First Family's home in Rehoboth Beach.
On Monday, organizers at the Burning Man event reopened the road leading out of the remote Nevada Desert Festival. A long line of vehicles snaked through the desert. You can see that right there as event organizers urge drivers to take it slowly. They also asked drivers to consider delaying their departure until today to help reduce traffic. According to the event's social media page, the estimated Exodus travel time is about 5.5 hours. Unexpected rain turned the week-long annual Countercultural Arts Festival into a muddy nightmare. Still a lot more to get to in this final half hour. Don't go anywhere.
Still ahead this morning, the Point at Cape Henlopen State Park, it has reopened to beachgoers. However, we have what areas are still off limits. Also scoring early in San Diego, the Phillies built a big lead on Monday night, but it was a different story in the later innings.
And dredging delay causing issues, why boaters are putting pressure on DNREC to complete a project that's already been started. Stay with us on CoastTV News today.
We have no idea what's going to happen.
11 acts are coming up. Only 2 will make the finals.
You are the act to beat. America, make me right.
Artists like you make our show special.
I would love you to be on my team.
Oh my gosh, that was the worst accent.
Hi, my name is Dr. William Duran. I'm an orthopedic surgeon with Tidal Health Orthopedics. I've had the opportunity to perform more robotic surgery than anyone else in the region, and I'm the only one currently doing anterior robotic approach for total hip arthroplasties in Delaware. And it's been a privilege to see my patients make faster recoveries with minimally invasive techniques that we provide. It's been a pleasure to serve the people of Seaford and the surrounding region as they are friends, families, and neighbors to the Tidal Health community.
Surface Solutions is rolling across Delmarva, providing the best asphalt and concrete installation for your home or business. Our professional team is transforming the asphalt industry with an impeccable reputation for quality. We guarantee a timely response, unparalleled customer service, and a detailed free estimate in days, not weeks. Call the exterior surface specialists at Surface Solutions and ask about our special financing rates as low as 0%.
Call the professionals at Surface Solutions and discover the difference.
Pinnacle team was awesome. I was impressed how that was. I mean, the big machines they had.
The floor looks great. It's brighter. It brightens up the room a lot. It's, the grit in the floor, it helps with us responding to the, getting to our lockers. Usually we come running through here and everything like that. The Pinnacle team was really great. They were professional. They were, very honest. They wanted to get us done and they got us done on time. Pinnacle was amazing and we absolutely love the floor.
Pinnacle Concrete Coatings, because quality matters.
6:37 on our Tuesday morning. A lot of folks going back to work and the kids going back to school this morning. And we're seeing some clouds out there and dressed for a very warm day. Dry Tech camera showing the clouds moving off the Atlantic Ocean and moving inland. 76 in Ocean City at the present time. Millsboro 74 for you, 70 in Delmar. Georgetown 74. Greenwood out the door 70 degrees. So it is a mild start and light winds. And that's not good because we have a code orange today. Air pollution. Stay inside if you suffer from respiratory problems. Here come those clouds off the Atlantic Ocean from old post-tropical cyclone Idalia. Look at all the clouds heading our way, but I don't think we're looking at anything in the way of rain. We'll see a little bit of sun. Our face of grace UV index, a practice in sun safety. We have a high level today, but very high tomorrow, and then back to high 7s Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday we have 6s. So higher SPF, especially when you get into those higher levels of at least 30. Find the midday shade. Limit time outdoors and avoid the sun late morning into early afternoon. More on this September heat wave coming up.
We're updating you now on a story we've been following for months. Earlier this year, the Department of Natural Resources and Environmental Control put a hold on a project on White Creek after what they say was a contractor delay. But today, boaters are still struggling with the impact of it. CoastTV News reporter Heidi Kirk shows us why they're putting pressure on DNREC now to complete it sooner rather than later.
A look down White Creek. For nearly a year, a dredging project remains stalled here.
A lot of folks won't come up here unless it's high tide.
Owner of Ocean View Marina, Tom Fowler, says business isn't what it should be without the dredging.
There's a lot of boats that use this creek and it's dangerous.
being shallow like this.
Fowler says if dredging doesn't come this year, it'll mean another tough season for the marina and more threats of getting stuck in the muck for boaters.
In a statement, the Department of Natural Resources said they've yet to establish a timeline for dredging, but they're hoping to get it done as soon as possible.
Bill Kroll says dealing with shallow water is part of the price he pays for living just off of White Creek.
We try to look at the tide so that it's at least a rising tide when we go out. The problem is when you come back, if it's a low tide.
Kroll feels DNREC has done a good job here and expects them to return in the fall to finish up as agreed. But Fowler isn't entirely convinced they'll follow through after the initial delay.
I think they just need to finish it, and I hope they do it soon. I know there's rumor they're going on to Indian River, and that's great for those folks, but I think we should be finished before they start another project.
A project months in the making, still no end date in sight. In Ocean View, I'm Heidi Kirk, CoastTV News.
The mother of a 34-year-old man who escaped from a Pennsylvania prison has joined police in the efforts to find him. Get this, a message was played as a helicopter flew over the area where the suspect is believed to be hiding. Danilo Cavalcante escaped from Chester County Prison shortly before 9 a.m. Thursday. His mother, who is in Brazil, recorded a message for him urging him to surrender. Cavalcante was convicted of first-degree murder last month for killing his former girlfriend, Deborah Brandeo. Authorities in India are ramping up security measures ahead of the G20 summit later this week. All online deliveries are banned for the duration of the summit that is set to take place September 9th and the 10th. This includes grocery and food deliveries from restaurants. Authorities say they cannot allow the activity in the designated controlled zone for the G20 summit. Leaders, including Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Joe Biden, are expected to be in attendance there. Essential services like medicine deliveries will be allowed during this period.
Phillies continuing to add distance in the wild card standings in the attempt to make the playoffs for a second year in a row. On the road on this trip, a stop on the West Coast. The Phillies opening a series against the Padres, and the Phillies picking up right where they left off in last year's League Championship Series. Alex Bohm pulls it to left. Kyle Schwarber and Trey Turner in. It makes it a 3-0 first inning lead. And next inning, Turner also liking life in that left field corner. This is his 22nd homer of the season. This puts the Phillies up 6-1 early. Padres, though, they started chipping away. 7th inning, Gary Sanchez shoots it down the line. Xander Bogaerts in. We now have a 9-7 game, and things got tense in the ninth. Winning run at the plate. Jose Alvarado gets Ha-Seong Kim swinging. Phillies hold on for the 9-7 win. They now have a 2.5 game lead for that top wild card spot in the standings. Up the Pacific Coast, Orioles taking on the Angels, and the Birds trailed 1-0 in the third. That is until Austin Hayes does something about it. Into the left field corner, Jorge Mateo, he's scootering in all the way from first, and we are tied at 1. 2 batters later, former Shorebird Ryan Mountcastle, he slaps it the other way. This brings home Hayes, and the Orioles take the lead. 3-2 game in the 7th with the Orioles on top, and another former Shorebird, Gunnar Henderson. 3-run Jack City. Orioles continue to roll, a 6-3 win last night and a 3.5 game lead in the American League East standings.
And some entertainment news now. The current #1 movie at the box office is set to take place in a place the star knows quite well. David Daniel has that and some more in today's Hollywood Minute.
I like this place. You can't take that from me.
The Equalizer 3 director Antoine Fuqua says he'd long wanted to take the franchise international, but it was star Denzel Washington who prompted the film's Italian setting.
Denzel goes there all the time to Italy, and he introduced me to lots of parts of Italy that I've been going to, and I wanted it to be in a setting he felt at home. He knows the language, he feels at home there. He's been taking his kids there for 30-something years.
The Equalizer 3 is in theaters.
When you've finished and the Queen leaves the room, there's one thing you've got to remind yourself of when you're in the palace. You photographed Her Majesty the Queen.
Queen Elizabeth II may have been the most photographed woman on Earth. Portrait of the Queen looks at her life and reign through the lenses of the photographers who created the iconic images of Her Majesty and the British monarchy itself. The documentary is now available on digital platforms. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Beatles legend Paul McCartney is getting some help to find his long-lost favorite bass guitar. The instrument is featured in several iconic early Beatles songs, including Twist and Shout, Love Me Do, and She Loves You. However, get this, it's been missing since 1969. On Sunday, a group called the Lost Bass Project launched a worldwide search for the bass. The project's leader saying the guitar was probably stolen, but McCartney has said he would just be thrilled if the bass was located and then returned to him. Still to come, the Point in Cape Henlopen State Park reopened Labor Day weekend for beachgoers. Why not all of the park, though, is open to visitors?
We're seeing increasing clouds on our Tuesday morning. Back to work and school. Hershey Exteriors, Cam, a little bit of a wind out there. The clouds will be moving in throughout the day, but it'll still be a hot day. I'll let you know if we set any records and talk about a cool down after the break.
No strangers here, just friends you've not met yet. With an outside patio and inside charm, Irish Eyes Pub and Restaurant Milton is a local's favorite on the banks of the Broadkill River. Irish Eyes Pub and Restaurant Lewis, gorgeous views, free parking, and the best happy hour at the beach, with room for everyone. And for a truly special event, go no further than the Lewis Room at Irish Eyes. The panoramic views, in-house chef, and professional team will make it easy to plan your next event. Find out more at irisheyespub.com.
True Blue Jazz Festival brings bandleader and drummer Bobby Sanabria and his Multiverse Jazz Big Band to Nassau Valley Vineyards October 14.
Hi everybody, it's Bobby Sanabria. Join me in my incredible 24-piece multi-Grammy-nominated Multiverse Big Band featuring Janice Siegel, Antoinette Montague, and Jennifer Jade Ledesma on vocals as we perform a special concert dance honoring the Latin Jazz Big Band tradition as part of the True Blue Jazz Festival.
Get your tickets now at truebluejazz.org.
Thank God I get to wake up by your side. I'm not complaining. I feel like dancing. I feel like dancing. Just like a river. You're just like a river.
1025 WBOC.
NBC Nightly News, weeknights at 6:30 on WRDE.
Weather brought to you by Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning, dedicated to excellence in Delaware and Maryland.
Doing what we love is the heart of our company. Coastal Comfort delivers expert work, amazing customer service, and is dedicated to consistent improvement. As we continue to grow, we will always be dedicated to serving our customers with the highest quality in products and unmatched customer service. We strongly believe that well done is better than well said. Coastal Comfort, a Carrier Factory authorized dealer. We're the experts because we earned it. Carrier, turn to the expert.
It is 6:47 on your Tuesday morning, and that is a live look at Rehoboth Beach on our Boardwalk Plaza cam. A couple people up and ready for the day on this Tuesday. Oh, riding bikes, going for jogs. All right. A little too muggy for me, though, Bob, to be doing all that, but I guess if that's what you like to do, do it. What about you?
Yeah, it is a little muggy, but you just kind of have to take it in stride because we are looking at a very warm and muggy day for sure. And we also have that air quality issue, too. It's a code orange, so you want to be careful in there. We have the weather highlights, and that is part of our weather headlights. Make sure that you scan the QR code right there. That will get you to the CoastTV weather app. Rough surf continues, all right? Be careful out there. We've had dangerous rip currents for several days, and we still have the remnants of Idalia spinning well out in the Atlantic, and that's still sending a turbulent pattern our way. So be careful out there. Make sure you swim where there are lifeguards. Near record heat, low to mid 90s the next couple days, and that air quality warning, it is an orange day status. So you can see this area shaded in gray all across Sussex County. If you do suffer from the respiratory problems, make sure you stay inside in the filtered air because we do have some pollutants hanging around out there today. And we do have the heat to go along with that as well. I'm expecting a high today of 91. I think we'll fall just shy of the record of 93 from 2018. We have the same record tomorrow, and I think we'll match that with a high of 93. 94 is the record back in 1983 for Thursday, and I think we'll tie that. So I think Wednesday and Thursday is a record-tying, record-breaking day. And then we cool back into the 80s Friday and Saturday. So we've got a heat wave really much of the week. Out the door, out to work and school, temperatures in the 70s this morning and only a light wind. We need stronger winds to get that atmosphere churned up, but we're not going to see that as we're seeing hazy conditions. And as I've been alluding to all morning, we've got these clouds coming off the Atlantic Ocean, and we've got what is post-tropical cyclone Idalia. Look at this, way out here, several hundred miles offshore, and it's sending this plume of clouds all the way across the western Atlantic into our neck of the woods. No worries of wind or any rain, just some clouds from that today. And here's Futurecast at noon, looking at temperatures in the 80s, lower 90s for highs. A little bit later inland, a little cooler along the beaches as we go through the overnight into Wednesday morning, starting out in the 60s on Wednesday, and then it will be a very hot afternoon on Wednesday, maybe 94 in Long Neck, 92 in Millsboro, but 78 in Dewey Beach. That's where you'll find the relief. It will be very, very hot inland, as I think we'll see a sea breeze developing into the afternoon hours. So I think we could cool it off slightly around the dinner hour. And then as we go into Wednesday, I think we'll see that sea breeze kicking in once again. It will be very muggy as we go through the next several days to humid, so no relief there. And that feels like temperature pretty brutal, feeling like triple digits today into tomorrow, and even feeling like 100 to 102 as we go on into Thursday. Take care out there. Your Paul Davis 7-day forecast. Lower 90s today, 93 Wednesday, mostly sunny. More clouds Thursday, 94. Then we get a break from the heat wave Friday, 89. Storms and a little cooler into the weekend. Those storms continue into Monday.
All right, thanks a lot, Bob. The Point in Cape Henlopen State Park, it reopened Labor Day weekend for beachgoers. It had been closed since March 1st to protect threatened and endangered shorebirds. Some beachgoers we spoke with say they are thrilled to have this spacious and picturesque stretch of beach back open for fishing, swimming, and family time. A small section of the point on the bay side, that remains closed for migrating birds through October 1st.
It's 6:51. It's time now to check in with our coastal pet of the day, brought to you by Maggie's Pet Boutique.
And today's pet of the day is Riley. Riley is this adorable husky lab mix. He loves to help garden, especially picking cucumbers and snacking on them.
I too love cucumbers.
I do too, Paige.
Do you?
It's one of my veggies that I do like. It's on the approved list.
Wait, I'm very proud of you. That's amazing. Okay.
Thank you.
Of course. We want to see more of your pets on Delmarva. Keep sending us some photos and tell us what makes your pet so special. Go ahead, take a look at your screen.
Yeah, you can email us at content@wrde.com. Then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature. Coast TV News Today. We'll be right back.
Coastal Delmarva has so much going on.
Food, friends, fun, and more.
Why don't we just show you?
Coast Life, weekdays at 4 on Coast TV.
Pain and immobility take you away from everything you love to do. That's why at PAM Health Rehabilitation Hospital of Georgetown, our focus is to rebuild your life by providing high-quality, post-acute care to those who suffered from serious injuries or illness. With state-of-the-art facilities, advanced robotics, highly trained professionals, and the highest level of rehabilitation care. It's all about gains. Gain your movement, gain your independence, gain your life back. PAM Health Rehabilitation Hospital of Georgetown.
Thinking about upgrading your bath or shower? Fast Buy Spicer Brothers is making it easy with a limited time offer.
Right now, receive $1,000 off your new shower or bath. Save 50% off installation, plus 0% financing with no payments until 2025.
Choose your favorite style and color, and it can be installed in as little as 1 day.
Have peace of mind with our Platinum Plus lifetime warranty and factory certified 5-star installation guaranteed.
So before you sign, keep Bath by Spicer Brothers in mind.
Is your crawl space wet and has a bad odor? Did you know the air you breathe in your home starts in your crawl space? Dark, damp spaces breed mold and mildew, which can be linked to allergies and asthma. Our dry time crawl space encapsulation will solve your moisture problems for good. Enjoy a drier, healthier, and more energy efficient home thanks to our unique understanding and experience of successful treating and eliminating crawl space moisture. Remember, Delmarva, quality isn't expensive, it's priceless.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Bryce Bryan with East Coast Plumbing, Heating, and Air. We'd like to take a minute to thank you, Delmarva.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For 10 years of business, whether it's plumbing, heating, air conditioning, or kitchen and bathroom remodeling, we have proudly served over 50,000 homes in the area, making us Delmarva's top service provider. So from all of us at East Coast Plumbing, Heating, and Air,
Thank you. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you, Delmarva.
Pick up the phone and call East Coast Plumbing. Why do birds suddenly appear every time.
I have this physical need to be close to people.
Get close, girl.
Drew Barrymore, moving to Coast TV in September.
It's 6:54. It's time now for some things you need to know before you go. First Lady Jill Biden has tested positive for COVID-19, according to the White House. President Biden has tested negative. The White House press secretary saying the president will continue testing at regular intervals this week. As for the First Lady, a spokeswoman says she is experiencing only mild symptoms. She will remain in Delaware at the First Family's home in Rehoboth Beach.
Devastating end to a holiday weekend in Rehoboth Beach. This is the scene from Sunday night where Rehoboth Beach lifeguards revived one missing swimmer after finding him underwater. And early Monday morning, the body of 31-year-old Richard Boating, the swimmer that went missing early Sunday night, was found.
Earlier this year, the DNREC put a hold on dredging projects on White Creek after what they say was a contractor delay, but today boaters are still struggling with the impacts of it. People who boat from the Ocean View Marina say at low tide, the channel can be hard to navigate and it's very easy to get stuck. In a statement, DNREC said it plans to complete White Creek dredging as soon as possible, but a timeline has not been established with the project just going to public bid last week.
Dewey Beach Patrol will end their service for the 2023 season on September 10th. According to town officials, many lifeguards are returning to school for the off-season. But when the summer season starts again next year, town says it needs more lifeguards. And officials say the Beach Patrol is now recruiting lifeguards and EMTs for next summer.
All right, Labor Day has passed. While you may still have some barbecue left over today, yeah, do you?
No, I think I ate it all.
Okay, never mind then. Well, you should set aside some different comfort food then. Cheese pizza.
Yeah, today is National Cheese Pizza Day. It's observed every year on September 5th. Go figure that.
Yeah, who knows? Your pie for National Cheese Pizza Day. It doesn't have to be just standard mozzarella. You can mix it up with all kinds of cheeses.
Yeah, Paige, cheese is my go-to. Got no thrills on my end here. That's my number one.
I'm not a cheese person.
You're not.
No, but sorry, I don't mean to be a negative Nelly. Pepperoni's fine.
I'm good with that.
Okay.
But my number one is cheese.
Cheese is delicious. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. For people who like cheese. Well, it's 6:56 now. It's time for a quick look at your forecast before you head out the
All
door.
right, setting this one up. Speaking of cheese.
I don't get it.
It's Bob.
Oh, hey, Bob.
Oh.
Matt, I take you to, I guess you don't take vegetables on your pizza, I'm guessing. Just,
You are correct.
Yeah. You got to get those vegetables in, Matt. Need the vitamins. Yeah, calling me cheesy. That's not very nice. I'm not cheesy. I do like cheese and pepperoni on my pizza, though. New York style. Yeah. Day part forecast, we're looking at mostly cloudy to cloudy skies today. Despite the clouds, it's going to warm up 70s to 80s into the lower 90s later on. So kiddos going to school, make sure you have the water, and everybody else, stay hydrated today. Find a nice shady spot. Here's your Paul Davis 10-day forecast. 93 Wednesday, more record setters perhaps into Thursday, 94. The heat wave ends Friday, 89, and then for the weekend, storms Saturday, 85, more storms into Sunday, and then more of the storms into early next week, and it does cool into the 70s at that time.
All right, Bob, thank you so much, and thank you for joining us on Coast TV News Today.
Today's show is coming up next at 7 a.m.
Don't forget, we'll be back with Coast TV Midday at 11, so stick with us.
And for even more news and coverage you can count on, you can download our Coast TV News and Weather apps. Have a great Tuesday morning, everybody.